Welcome and karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. Today I'm going to share with you how I make this wonderful cruffins. Now I've got my ingredients here, which is all-purpose flour. I've got half a cup of warm milk and I have half a cup of warm water. I'll be using some yeast, some sugar, some salt, and I have some butter that I'll be using it for kneading, and then the rest I'll use it later. So I'm going to start proofing my yeast, and I'm using my warm milk. And the water, please make sure it's not too hot. You don't want to kill the yeast. Then I got 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, that's about 7 grams, and 3 1/2 tablespoons of sugar. If you don't want it too sweet, you can reduce the sugar. Mix it well and cover it and let it stand for about 5 to 7 minutes. And after that, you're going to see these bubbles over here. Just give it a quick mix, and then we're going to add the flour. Now I'm adding about 300 grams of flour, which is about 2 cups and 2/3, and we add it all at one time. Now cruffins are a hybrid of muffins and croissant, and they were invented by Kate Reed from Melbourne, Australia sometime in 2013, and they were popularized by many bakeries in America. They were really trending in 2015 and 2016. And I think the Bakehouse from San Francisco, I believe they made the best. They still make the best cruffins. So if you're in San Francisco, please go and check them out. I don't know them, okay? I have not tried. Okay, so I've just moved to a flat surface. You can continue in the bowl, or if you have a stand mixer, please go ahead and use it. So once the dough comes together, we're going to start adding the butter. My butter is soft, but yet a little bit cold. And once it's well mixed, you're going to add more butter. Now, you can use any recipe that you have. There are a lot of recipes out there. This is a deconstructed croissant recipe that I'm using. And that's it. So we're just going to finish with the butter and knead this for about 10 to 15 minutes. And this is how you're going to know if your dough is ready. You're going to stretch it like this, and you should be able to see the light through. Okay, and that's it. So I spread my pan, and then I just put the dough and spread it, stretch it, whatever, to get those glutens well rested, and cover it. Let it rise. It should take about 60 to 90 minutes. Mine took about 60 minutes. And now we are ready to start the second step for this. So I just divided my dough into 6 equal portions. And just spread it down, and you're just going to make form it into a nice ball. So it's easy, when you roll it out, it's easy to get into a particular shape. Okay, so once they're ready, just I cover them and keep them aside. Please make sure you cover the dough all the time so that it doesn't dry out. So this is half a cup of butter that I divided it into 6 equal portions, just like the dough. And make sure that it's soft and it's spreadable. All right, so now we're getting ready to roll. Now I have seen a recipe, I don't remember which blog I was reading, and this process they used a pasta machine. So if you have a pasta machine, you do good, because you want this as thin as possible, so that way you get nice flaky crust, because this is a croissant. So and if you want to have a croissant, you want to have a croissant, but you don't want to go through the trouble, you can do these. Okay, I don't remember the size, but it's sometime, I think I did just 6 by 16. Okay, and I'm sorry my camera couldn't reach too far. I need a camera person. So I'm just spreading my butter there. And then we're gonna roll it like that. just like that. Now, I've seen some recipes that really do exactly how you fold in the butter and then just do this part this way. Okay, the second one, I decided to use brown sugar and cinnamon. My kids love brown sugar and cinnamon because it's kind of, they like cinnamon rolls. So this is like a cinnamon roll, muffin, cruffin. Oh my God. So we like it with cinnamon and brown sugar. So you can, I guess you can do whatever you want. I'm just sharing what I like. I mean, what my kids like. Then you're just going to roll it just like the first one. And then the third one, I used pistachios. I have not seen these with pistachios. There could be somebody doing it, but I have not seen any. And so we just crushed some pistachios. I like varieties. I always like varieties, so that's why I like to try different things every time. There you go. Now this one I did chocolate. I usually like to use a spreadable chocolate. This is the first time I'm using this chocolate. I don't think it worked well. I also tried with chocolate chips. It didn't work well either. But Nutella and spreadable chocolate work really wonderful. Okay, so I tried this style because before when I tried to spread it out, it didn't work either. So you got to try something else. Okay. That's it. So now they're all ready and I'm getting ready for my third step. So this is my muffin tin. I'm using vegetable shortening. I have done these with butter, but they tend to be very dark because, you know, the butter burns very easily. So I switched to vegetable shortening and then also dust it with the flour so that I can get that nice golden color instead of a dark color. All right. So now we're ready, and you're going to just roll these a bit to just make them extra long. Because see, the longer the better they are. And then you're just going to make a nice slit there. If you remember my, what is that called? We call the cinnamon braid, the Estonian crinkle or something. You're just going to split it in the middle. Make sure you have a sharp knife, not like me. Like that. And just roll it like that. Make like a disc. But you wanted the tip to go down. And then the side that is cut, you want it to face on the top. Like that. Okay, then we're going to put it in the muffin tin. The muffin tins are bigger than the cupcake ones. I used to use the cupcake ones, but they tend to overflow, but they work as well. All right, and then, yeah, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest, and now just cover it loosely and let it rise. It took about 45 minutes. So now we're ready. Now you actually don't need to egg wash these because you know, we're going to dust them with sugar, but I egg washed only 2 because I wanted to add some almond toppings, but otherwise it's not necessary. So my heat is ready on 375 Fahrenheit, which is about 175 Celsius. I'm so bad at this. Did you hear that? Okay, so we just took them out and put them on the pan here to cool. They really didn't last long, believe me. They were eaten at dinner and the people took them for breakfast. They had them for breakfast. They even took them for snack at school. So 12 is really not enough. Okay, so now the one with the pistachio, I just put some honey and then I added another sprinkles pistachio crushed pistachio on the top. And then this one, you can scoop it out, and you can fill it up with jam or custard, pastry cream, which I'm using. I happen to have some pastry cream, so I decided to fill them up with the pastry cream. If you want a recipe, I do have a recipe. I'll put the link in the description box below. And then we're going to add our own homemade strawberry compote. That's it. See how beautiful and golden color they look? And we're just going to dust some sugar. So thank you so much. For more recipes, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar, and you'll find all the ingredients and measurements in the description box below.